run the whole thing for us?
Mike is the executive producer, the Alex Goldberg for poor people.
Did we share the link to the people on Twitter? Because I wanna have my usual people come in and
And now
participate with us.
we are live. Yeah. Welcome back to the Brothers of the World podcast. No.
Great intro.
What's going on?
What the fuck is happening?
What happened?
I don't know. Something is overlapping. Mike, turn it off.
What's going on?
Bro, I can hear so many voices in my head.
I don't hear nothing. We're gonna have to start this shit over, huh? Now he's gone. This is just great.
Dude, best episode ever.
Mikey, help.
See, Mikey, one time you're not here, everything falls apart.
Everything falls apart.
No,
Here
now
it
it's
comes.
better. Yo, I opened the podcast in the Twitter app, and that's why I was hearing the voices that all over again. So it doesn't
You see?
matter,
You are messing stuff up.
as always. So, as I said, welcome back to the Brothers of the World podcast. The first episode without Mike, as you can see, is already a shit show. Unfortunately, we have Ian and Dave here. That's the budget that Suning provided us with. We cannot get anyone better. Yeah, at least we are through to the Champions League, so we'll get some percentage of it, hopefully. Unfortunately, we have a jersey without any name of it. Ian has D'Ambrosio, so
Obviously. Dude,
and Dave, as always, has the nice drip and is ready to spoil the game for us. So, Dave,
What's up, bro?
tell me more about your week as an Inter fan and the roller
man.
coaster of emotions that you went through.
Well, I mean, there wasn't any roller coaster, to be honest, because as you mentioned, for the last week, I'm gonna include the Napoli match as well. We actually acted as a team that we know we're a big team. We took care of the big games that we had to take care of. Starting off with the Napoli match, I went into that feeling confident that we were not gonna lose, because that's how I felt about all the big matches, all the big matchups that we've had so far. And I even tweeted that at halftime that I fully expected them to mess up and pretty much end up in a draw or even losing the match. But they got that third goal and they did enough to hold on to that win. So I was happy with that. And then we carried on that momentum into the Shakhtar match, where I'm sure everybody could say that we were all confident going into it as well, no matter what it is, who's injured, who's not playing. It was just a matter of time before we finally got that first goal, and then we got a second one. We should have had plenty of goals if that goalkeeper was not in form. That I know he's a big well, Hristo is a big fan of that goalkeeper, so he did show his ass. But that was just my long-winded way of saying that I had a pretty good week as an Inter fan, man. I'm happy, and I'm looking forward to what should be a routine match in a couple hours.
I mean, yeah, of course, but like anything is better than the goalkeeper that we have right now. So you cannot hate anyone that's not, Come on, what? What did I say now?
Slovenian excellence.
If it was Oblak, absolutely. But it's not. It's Handanovic. So
It's
we
even
have
better.
fuck no. The best Slovenian in the team that we've had in the past decade. Who is it?
Rene Krhin.
Absolutely, you got it, bro. But
The
yeah, what's your opinion on the match against Napoli? Let's start it off with that. Did you expect us to turn it over and actually win the match after, a slow start and actually conceding a goal?
Honestly, I was expecting to get spanked 4 or 5-0. It was difficult to process. Even when I was like watching the match in the beginning, like just seeing us concede the first goal, it was like, oh well, there we go again. Good thing it's Twitter. So no, but after that, like the Hakan penalty, I mean, like he should be the primary penalty taker from now on. I think no one else.
Absolutely.
No one else. Ice in his veins. I can just imagine like the tweets Oily has somewhere saved in the drafts for him. And then Perisic, if I remember correctly, was a header almost from a 0-degree angle. Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Give the man what he wants.
Just remind me again, how did Zielinski score the goal? Who did not make a great save? Was it?
I don't know. That's kind of foggy. I don't know.
It was a great try by Zielinski. I know that Dave works all over Twitter for Zielinski.
I mean, I didn't say anything, but you guys know I'm a big Zelensky guy, so I was not surprised. I mean, now with Handanovic, it's easy to pick on him because it's like a dead horse. He's an easy target. That's something that I feel like you should at least get. You could get a hand on that because it wasn't that far away from him or whatnot. It feels like if anything, he was surprised by the shot and he reacted a little bit. But
he's surprised that he's fucking starting for Inter, bro.
I don't know, man. I mean, we don't have anything better right now. At least now they keep feeding us all those reports about Onana, so to tell us, hey, okay, guys, we see it, we're taking care of it. I guess that's their way of appeasing the fan base, and we gotta just support the guy and hope that he makes less mistakes because we could bitch and moan about him all we want, but he's not gonna get replaced. We're stuck with him for the entire season, so the only thing we could do is just send good vibes and hope that the defense could hold up, and he doesn't face a lot of shots, and that the shots that he does face, that he finds it in his heart to dive for us.
Look, I absolutely agree with you, but at the end of the day, we have to praise players when they deserve to be praised, and then slander players when they deserve to be slandered.
Absolutely.
And look, we have nothing in stake when it comes to like money-wise, but at the end of the day, we have suffered through the fucking years with every single player, the staff, and whatnot. So I think we all deserve, above everything, to have someone competent to be the goalkeeper. And although I've never been a fan of Handanovic, I know that he has done a lot of great stuff throughout the years, but the time has come and he needs to leave. He was supposed to leave like 3 years ago, not now. I think that's the only, at the end of the day, like people will remember his last years when he's out of the club. I mean, no one will remember how good he was 8 years ago. He's, in a sense, dismantling what he has created in the sense of public image for all fans. Maybe that's wrong, but
let me give you a little pushback on that. I mean, I don't necessarily agree because what is happening right now is that those bad years that he's having were actually the best team that he's ever played in. We actually are the reigning champions. So last year he finally was able to lift silverware. The year before that, he was I think that was Donnarumma, the goalkeeper of the season. So his decline has been official this year, but there have been signs last year and the year before that. I say that to say this: if this season is his last season as a starter for us, and we manage to retain the title, and he doesn't cost us too many points, and next year we bring in Onana, I feel like everybody will remember him as a great servant to the club, where he was one of the top 5 goalkeepers in the world, but still playing for us in our Bento era. You could laugh all you want, Hristo, but it was true. We'll remember it for that, and then we'll also remember him for the captain that I guess led us to the 19th Scudetto and hopefully the 20th as well. Now, if something happens with Onana and the directors keep him again, and next season he's fucking up left and right, making mistakes, and then we suck, then of course the fans are gonna revolt against him, and it's gonna be banners and stuff like that. But so far, I think his legacy is still safe. I'll say that. What do you think, man?
It's all right. If you ask me about goalkeeper legacy, all I have to do is say Iker Casillas. throughout his whole career with Real Madrid, amazing. The last few years with Mourinho weren't that good. He broke his hand. He started declining, just like Handanovic, but no one really remembers him for that. They all remember him for being great servant to the club. Captain,
Mhm.
youngest goalkeeper they ever had in Champions League final, I think. Won so much silverware with them. I can't see
Mhm.
anything different with Handanovic. Great goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Played through the banter era with us while he could have left somewhere else. Doesn't really matter. Won with us the first Scudetto after 10 years while being captain as well. That's what
Yeah.
everyone will remember. You can have all the failed
Mhm.
compilations on YouTube you want. Facts speak for themselves.
Absolutely.
I guess nothing will. I don't think anything will be true of what we said. Maybe it will be a combination of everything that we and I said as well. But to go back on that, yeah, I do like Onana a lot. We saw him, play for Ajax this week in the Champions League, and he was actually really good. He is someone that I like really much, a really good goalkeeper. He reminds me more of the Julio Cesar type of goalkeeper because he's like flary, eccentric, and he's relying
And
a lot of.
he talks a lot too. You know.
He does as well, and that's something that we haven't had in the sense of those qualities on the pitch for years and years. And it will
Mhm.
be weird to adapt to that, but I guess on the other hand it won't be because those qualities are actually something that we need. Someone, a goalkeeper that actually screams and talks and I don't know, does everything on the pitch as well as off the pitch. um, what I do think that will happen is that we'll miss the leadership that Handanovic may have had. Although he's not, vocal on the pitch,
Mhm.
we've seen so many reports saying that he is actually the backbone of the club when it comes to the locker room and what he says, and just his presence means a lot.
Well,
We've lot. Okay, go on.
we're not gonna lose that, bro, because they are saying that it's gonna be more like a probably a Toldo situation, Toldo and Julio Cesar, or probably a Buffon situation with Cesny, where it's gonna be because I don't think where he's not gonna retire or he's not gonna go back to Slovenia or something, you know. So I could see that we give him of course a reduced wage, and he's still gonna be that presence in the locker room. He's gonna do some matches. I wouldn't be surprised if don't scream at me, but beginning of the season, he's still the starter. Has Onana is learning Italian and learning how to communicate with the defense and stuff like that. Because it doesn't look like we're gonna get him in early. So yeah, he's still gonna be a role to play, and we're not gonna lose that value in the locker room as of yet. I could still see him being
Bro,
an enter for 2-3 more years.
I can see that as well, but I don't think he will have the same effect on the team if he was actually starting and being a captain and being on the
Mm,
bench. So your authority might be undermined because shit, you're sitting on the bench. The fuck are you saying? Go and sit on the
yeah.
bench. And as far as Onana learning the language, he has fucking 8 months to learn the language. Like it's November.
I mean, but he's not sitting on his ass, bro. If anything, they just reactivated him as the starting keeper for them. So if anything, he's about to be busy focusing on Ajax and all that shit. If he's a professional, I would be pissed if I learned that okay, this guy on his off time is taking Italian classes and making sure that he gets the right apartment and shit like that instead of focusing on Ajax stuff.
Bro, you
But a
can
true
learn the language. Italian is not that hard. You can learn the language. I mean, he has the money to pay for a private tutor and have him like an hour every single day, and he can still grasp the most important. I don't
but
know.
again, that's an hour that you could use for Ajax because you're still under contract as an Ajax keeper. So no, bro, that would be unprofessional on his end. You know, like
True, but if
now.
I can,
No, hold on.
yes.
Now, if
So I
if if
finished
they
the thought.
still if they still had him suspended and they had him frozen out and training with the kids and shit like that, you have all the time on your hands. You're watching matches, then that's different. But if you're training every day with your squad, you're preparing, you're doing video sessions, preparing matches and stuff. I don't see where he would find the time to be preparing for his move to Inter. Like as an Inter fan, me saying that, like I wouldn't expect that from him.
While true, I do remember some Ajax director said that they aren't going to offer him a contract come end of the season, meaning he is
No,
out of the club either way. Whether it be like,
absolutely. It's for sure. It's not a question mark anymore. Everybody's saying that he's leaving. I think Snyder even came out and talked about it yesterday too.
exactly. So why would he? All right, this is just coming from a fan's perspective. Why would he devote all this time and energy to a club that, while they gave them a lot, they're just gonna boot him out on the streets like that? It
Well,
seems
'cause
logical. You can find a couple of hours a week to study Italian to make the transition easier. You can find 10 minutes a day to look at apartments in Milano. It's not that hard, you know.
Mm.
But
Well,
we'll
I-
see. It's
I guess
it's a long way out.
yeah. It is a long way out. But
You know,
the thing is, go ahead.
oh, go on. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say, like, as at the end of the day, his paychecks they still say Ajax, and they're gonna say Ajax up until June. You know, his bills are getting paid by Ajax, so that's the reason. Up until that contract is expires, he owes them that professionalism. And as an Inter fan, if I'm hearing that he's already checked out, he's mentally checked out, he's not really paying attention in training, he's doing all that, that would be a red flag to me. You know, so I want to see him be professional all throughout. I want to see him perform for them in the Champions League, make great saves, so they could go as far as they can, and then I'll be like, okay, you know, that's my keeper. But we'll see how it goes.
No, talking about teams with cheat goalkeepers, Napoli. Go back to that. After the win, what's the expectations now, Ian? Are we? I mean, I know we gained a lot of points on Napoli because it was a head-to-head match, and Milan lost against Fiorentina. So, what's the mood now? What's your expectations for the month of December? Because historically, at least in the past, I don't know, 5-6 years, December has been a nightmare for Inter.
I think we all remember the Interbells songs that were made all the time.
For real,
No,
for real.
but what I think we gain most is momentum, but with this month, because now Milan lost the first game of the season, Napoli lost the first game of the season. They both sit on 32 points as I'm looking at the table now. We're only 4 points behind. This is all within 1 game reach. Atalanta is doing quite well form-wise. Roma's falling off. Juventus might start picking it up back again. I think the momentum's going to shift. In classic Spalletti fashion, I think they're going to crumble a bit. As much as I love the guy, he does tend to struggle when certain things, there are certain expectations from him. I don't know. Milan, okay, yeah, sure. They have been overperforming, if you ask me. Sooner or later, they'll hit that brick wall. They will crumble again. But I don't really want to make us the favorites again. Like Mikey just put in the chat, we have games against Spezia. Okay, we should win. Roma, we'll see with the Real Madrid game on the horizon. Yeah, exactly. Cagliari is always tricky. Salernitana, sure, why not? Torino, we'll see. You know, Belotti doesn't score for 10 games, then he'll score a hat trick.
For me to answer the question, Hristo, I mean, I'll say that I'm exactly where I was when we discussed this 2 months ago or last month or whatever. If anything, because what I kept saying, I kept using the AFCON coming up as my target. That's when I expected the drop off to be. You know, it looks like it may be happening even sooner because, unfortunately, I hate to even mention it but the truth is that it is going to benefit us. The fact that Osherman is out for 3 months, that's 3 months out of football. That means he's going to come and then start training and stuff like that and then play. So it's probably 3.5, even 4 months. You know, that's horrible. There's Anguissa, who he had an abductor injury. He's out for 3 weeks. That's about a month that they're missing. So I think that the fact that they have Lazio coming up tomorrow, and I believe they have Milan still to play. I wouldn't be surprised if by the time we're coming to the like winter Scudetto, we're not right there because we have Venezia today, we have Spezia next week, Roma, we have to respect them. Torino, we have to respect them as well under Juric. but after that we have Salernitana. So that's those matches. That's 5. If I'm not saying 15 points is out of respect, but I expect us to at least get 13 out of 15 points. I'll live with a draw to Roma. You know what I mean? But Napoli has a much harder schedule, and they have injuries. And Insigne also he's hurt. He got a knee situation. So he might not play tomorrow as well. So,
Did he?
yeah.
Yeah.
So Lazio just won 3-0. They got their little momentum going on as well. So if I don't even expect them to beat Napoli, if they just draw, that's good for us. Let's just inch a little closer and a little closer. And that's when the depth is going to come into play, because we have the deep squad, we have the guys, and when the going gets tough, that's when it shows. And yeah, it's exactly what I expected. But as for Milan, I'm just still a little mad that we missed that penalty and we didn't beat them, because it also has psychological effect on it. But even them, I'm expecting them to have a drop off soon. So I like where we are, even if we don't win the Winter Scudetto, which doesn't matter. I just want us to be close. 3 points, 2 points, that's fine, within striking distance.
I mean, I absolutely agree with you. I think this week we have the chance to go to be 2 points ahead or behind Napoli after they are playing, Lazio, and we're playing Venezia tonight. But on the other hand, as you said, the AFCON is the crucial element in the whole title race involving Napoli, because they will be missing Koulibaly, Anguissa, Osimhen. So 3 players on all 3 fronts: attack or forward. As a forward, Osimhen, the midfield, and the defender. And all of them were crucial in their quest in the Scudetto so far. Having in mind that Spalletti is the coach of Napoli, I think that's something that adds up and benefits us in the whole situation. And hopefully, we can improve in this month, because the Real match, although important, is not a crucial match. So you can defocus or take some of the focus that you might need or use for Real.
Wait, I can't let you get away with that. Honestly, no, it's a crucial match. It is a crucial match. We're gonna go there and we want to be first in the group. Matter of fact, we're the first in the group. What did they call it again? You know how when they're doing the I forgot how to say it, man.
The seeding.
The seeding. We're the first seed.
First against second.
Exactly. We're the first seed. We're the champions of Italy. So no, bro. No, I don't want that mentality. Every time I see fans with that mentality or whoever, I'm still gonna go at it. No, we're Inter, bro. We're gonna go out there and try to win. And I want to see our strongest lineup. I don't want to see none of that stuff. It's not crucial. It's no. I want to be first, and I want us to have a better chance at getting a team that we can beat in the round of 16. We're not just happy for qualifying to the point where we don't care if they give us Manchester City. Nah, But go ahead, bro. I just wanted to make that point. I want us to have the mentality of, we need to be first in that group.
I mean, look, if we were a serious club, then we'd have another goalkeeper in our club for the past 3 years.
You can't bring it back.
Not.
Zapata.
1-0.
Yes, he may have been offside though. I'm not gonna celebrate yet.
Ooh, what a goal! Who knows, bro? Although I'm all down for first place, I think for me the Serie A has always been a priority. If we can, sorry,
you're fine.
Just strangle the dog.
Yeah, but Ian, I don't know if you see what I'm saying. It's not like I'm saying that.
No, I know. I
completely agree. And be first. Now, of course, they're Real Madrid. The competition belongs to them, But I want the mentality. I want us to at least try. I want us to give it a shot. That's what I'm saying.
True. I completely agree.
Especially the fact that they got lucky to beat us here.
Even if not for that, even if, all right, let's say they finish first, we finish second, and it doesn't even matter the outcome of this game. Just to play in the Champions League against Real Madrid in the group stage at the Bernabeu, still, at least for the fans, it's a great game. Even for the players, it's a great game. He's not going to say, D'Ambrosio in, DiMarco left center back, Ranocchia is going to play center back, we're going to play Satriano up top. No, of course he's going to try and win.
I just
I
have
hope
one
so.
message for Juventus. The poor is a free agent. Fuck Allegri. Going back to the point that Dave made, I absolutely agree with you, but Serie A has always been a priority for me. And if we can get 5 out of 5 wins and risk the match against Real, fuck that. I know that Inter is Inter, and Inter has always has always had the aspirations to win. Look, it's Real, so you couldn't beat Real at home, although you dominated the match. Last year, we dominated Real once again, and we didn't win. You know, I can
Well,
only hope for the best and have the expectations that we can have and be realistic.
yeah.
If not for that,
Well,
there's one other crucial factor that we're forgetting. Revenue money. Since we're in a
yeah.
tricky situation, it would make sense for us to try and finish first, get more money because we're first in the group, get easier opponents, meaning a greater chance of progressing, even more money, and we might not have to sell our best players for the second, third summer running.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
all connects.
100%.
If
But
we
yeah,
can get
Risto, like,
Hakimi back,
I mean, that's not impossible because it's only a matter of time before this guy, like, you start hearing rumblings because he's very limited. He is happy in Paris, of course. He seems to have struck a big friendship with Mbappe and all that, but he has to do a lot of defending in that back four. I was watching the Man City match. This guy had a hard time, bro, and he's not as free to just maraud up and down like as a wingback. You have a lot of defensive responsibilities, so it sucks. I'm sure he's gonna want to move to a team that primarily uses a back three soon, because that's what he is, and that's what football is moving towards. Because I'm not sure if you guys are realizing, like, I was watching the Premier League this morning. A lot of teams, even their lower teams, are now using back threes, 3-5-2, 3-4-3. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Back three is not as taboo as it used to be. That's crazy to me.
I mean, it makes sense because with the back three, you have 3 defenders that can mask each other's inability to defend, in a sense, and that works for the lower class teams. As far as having wing backs, I mean, England is based on physicality and
pace.
Yeah, physicality and pace. So basically, that's the perfect combination for a wing back.
Great point.
It just makes sense.
Great point.
But going back to the Champions League, what do we expect now? Do we expect us to beat Real away? And what's the expectations when it comes to the opponent? Do we want something, someone of a big caliber, or do we hope for the worst teams?
Go ahead, Ian. I've been yapping on.
If you just give me a second to see who the first and second seeded teams right now are, I'll tell you where I'd rather finish. Because we know in a lot of groups there's a situation where first team is the unexpected one, the second one is, I don't know, let's say Bayern Munich, the third the City, and it's all still up in the air. It's from a financial point of view, sure. Yeah, go on.
With Man City, Liverpool, Ajax, so far Real, Bayern, United, Lille, or Salzburg, and Chelsea or Juventus. It's basically Chelsea.
Both Lille and Salzburg, or
Lille is 8 points first. Salzburg is second with 7 points.
Okay,
that's what I like to follow.
I'm looking at Group B and C, right? In Group B, Liverpool are guaranteed first. In Group C, Ajax are guaranteed first. But in Group B, you have a chance of Porto, Milan, Atletico Madrid. Group C, you have Sporting, and that's it. Sporting is the second. So if we could get first and get Sporting, that would be good.
Yeah.
Other than that, you have like Villarreal, Lille, Salzburg. Yeah, it's hard to say. It's Champions League. When it's European competitions, everything can overperform just because they have the drive, they have the motivation. You saw the Slovenian team Mura beating Tottenham. Like, come on, dude. Speaking of which, they played the 3 at the back. But you see, it's the drive. the confidence, the once in a lifetime ability to play in these kind of competitions. That's what gets them
Absolutely.
going.
Absolutely. But Risto, me to answer your question, what I expect. Well, if you're talking about expectation, I expect us to give our best shot against Real Madrid. Now I don't know what's gonna happen. Because mind you, here's what I wanted to bring up. See, that's why I've been trying to get you to do the podcast for 2 days. Now I have to start writing down my points because you're making me forget them. Thank God I remembered this point. People following, I have to say it's not Ian's fault, it's Risto. I've been telling Risto, let's pod for like 3 days, people. And every day he has an excuse. Okay, Hristo, this guy. But here's my point before I forget. I looked at Real Madrid's schedule, right? Before they see us, before they play us, they have Real Sociedad, because I think Real Sociedad are like the second in the league right now. So that's a big match, right? And then they play us in the midweek. And then after they play us, they have Atletico Madrid in the league. So I think we might get their little Primavera or their little their B team. If we do, we better pummel them and get that first place, because I don't think they're gonna put everything into it like we are. The only thing for us is we have Roma before them, so of course we're gonna give everything we have into the Roma match, and then we expect to do the same because we have Cagliari after that. Cagliari are what, the last team in the league. I mean, we should be able to beat them with our scraps. So that's another little advantage I think that could make us get that first place.
Sure, but Dave, you're forgetting it's Cagliari, it's Inter playing against bottom teams. That never finishes well.
With Keita Balde as their striker.
If we can slap around Keita Balde, he said.
Hat-trick.
If we can slap, if we can slap last place Cagliari, if we can slap them, then we have an issue.
I mean, playing against bottom tier teams has always been a problem for Inter. We always performed against the likes of Milan, Atalanta, and whatnot. But
why'd you mention small teams there again? Sorry. You mentioned small teams like Milan or big team Atalanta.
Yeah, I mean,
sorry, last question. Yeah, continue, please.
No, small teams like Milan, big teams like Atalanta, Napoli, and whatnot. It's crucial for us to win those matches. We didn't win against Milan, so we have to win against Cagliari. You have to balance those things and have a positive outcome at the end. But I certainly hope so, that we can actually have a positive draw and draw someone for the likes of, I don't know, Sevilla. I like the revenge story against Shakhtar, so I need to get the revenge on Sevilla as well. I don't like your faces, but honestly, we have to do that.
That can wait another season.
No.
What I want is, like, I don't want fans, because I noticed that mentality all over my timeline. A lot of people are already happy that we're just made into the dance. Like, oh my God, we finally qualified. I don't want to stop dreaming, bro. I don't want to stop. Why not? Why do we have to do things in stages? Why can't we make it to the quarterfinals, or why can't we make it to the semis?
Because it's Inter, bro.
No, bro. It is Inter. It is the same team that won the treble 10 years ago. Like,
it's the same team.
Inter.
Good didn't win against PSV 3 years ago.
You're saying it is Inter like we're a bum team. I mean, teams have ups and downs. And again, look, we have this on our chest. So, like, don't talk about my Inter like that. It is Inter, but I remember less than 10 years ago, we were in the semis 3 years in a row and stuff like that. So like come on now. Like, this is the mentality that we need to start bringing back to life. We have gone through a Bento era, but right now let's take a seat at the table and act like we belong at that table. So what I want us to, if we manage to get a good draw, to dream and make it to the quarters. That's my hope. And that's it. And we can still focus on the league while doing it as well, because we have the squad for it compared to our opponents.
Do we though? Because if I remember correctly, we have Correa as a striker who always seems to have some kind of injury or never fully recover from it. We have Brozovic, who we don't really have a proper replacement for. As in backup, we have, Gagliardini, who can ball out against two teams in the league.
Don't mention that fucking guy, bro.
We
I
have
hate them.
we have Dumfries, who I don't know what's going on with him,
We
but like
have Dumfries, sure. Have.
exactly exactly like what's going on with him. We have to play Darmian every week. On the left, what we have Perisic. We're gonna tire him out sooner or later. Dimarco.
I think
Defense is falling apart.
we're all expecting Dumfries to come good, or we're not? No, at some point.
I hope so.
Everything seems to
I
be
mean,
fine.
we saw flashes against Bologna, like that 6-1 game. He ran rampant.
True,
So
but it's
I
Bologna.
think it's a mental thing.
I think it's a football IQ thing. There's a reason no one picks him up from the Dutch league for what he's now 25, 26 years old.
Yeah, but then again, he's the starter for them as well. You know, he starts every game. And
I mean,
what
Tim Krul
I'll
was their
say is
keeper
this.
for years and years. So that's
Don't
not.
disrespect Cruel. He's a master at penalty saving. Come on.
Oh, I
that's what
hate masters of
that's
penalty savings.
that's how I made his name.
So you love
But
Handanovic, then?
but Ian, yeah, I do agree. He is not. I'm not calling him a top tier player, but to me, I don't think you need to be a genius to be a successful wingback. I think he just needs to learn the position. You know,
True,
I think
but
he got it.
when you see him, I'm gonna cherry pick this one. I
Mm.
don't remember who it was against, but there was a one-on-one situation when all he had to do was run and kick the ball, and he fumbled that. No, almost no pressure. Like, come on, dude.
Yeah. We spoke about that game too. It's like I think it was a Champions League game actually. If it wasn't with the first Sheriff match, if I'm not mistaken,
Could be, yeah.
Zeko put him through, and then like he just couldn't even get his legs right and stuff like that. I think he's playing scared. He's playing with a lot of pressure, but I expect him to come good, man. I hope so. I guess me, I'm a optimist, and he has to show me more bad before I give up on him. You know, I'm waiting on more bad.
True. Even Hakimi struggled in the beginning, but he
Exactly.
turned it out around. Not calling Dumfries Hakimi,
I would have called on that.
not comparing them.
If you
but
didn't,
still.
if you didn't give that disclaimer, I would have hopped on that train. But like,
How about you, Hristo? You asked us what we expect. How about you? What do you expect, Mr. Negative?
to get pummeled by anyone that we play. No, but seriously, like it's very important for us to showcase the abilities we possess in the Champions League because we haven't been able to do so for 3 years now, and we finally have the chance to go through to, in a sense, draw a team that it will be a tough opponent. It's the Champions League, so everything will be tough. Even the worst teams are still teams with great mentality because they are the champions, the champions of their respective countries. But it will be hard no matter what. I do expect a hard match, either against the first or the second seeded teams. That doesn't come close. I think there's a big drop off in between the first and the second seeded teams because there's a lot of difference between, I don't know, Man City and Sevilla or Villarreal or, I don't know, Wolfsburg, whoever. So, but again, I'm not, when I say it's Inter, I don't mean it with a negative connotation. I'm saying it because you don't know what you're going to get. You might get the best team in the world, or you might get the Terò Udinese 5-2 at home 2014 Inter. So you never know what's going to happen with the club. And that's why I've been saying it's Inter. You never know. They might play good, they might play bad. It's always like a coin flip with them. And that's something that Conte tried to change and changed for the better. But it's still like, it is part of the club. The first thing that he said was, fuck Pazzi Inter, let's be calm. And he couldn't get rid of that. It's Pazzi Inter for a reason. Just embrace it. You don't have to go and stray away from it. Just embrace it. Yeah, Pazzi Inter, go on. It's never easy. It's never, I don't know, silky way. It's always hard, but it will pay off at the end. That's Inter. And that's why we have to, hope for the best. Be prepared to lose by Real. But let's hope that we can actually win the match because our team is actually decent. Worse than last season with a objectively worse coach, or not as good, let's say. I just want us to perform in Serie A because The second star is on the verge. We don't have Juventus as a competitor. Even Juventus without Ronaldo is objectively worse team than they were last season. Even with a worse coach or less experienced coach in Pirlo. But they're losing from today at Atalanta against Atalanta at home. If we win, we're gonna go like 10 points ahead of them or 11, something like that.
Famous last words.
But I just hope that the Champions League should always be in the back of our mind, but Serie A should always be the priority. Venezia is a lesser opponent, but still 3 points are 3 points. Juventus didn't win against Empoli like 2 months ago. Just go with everything that you have. Hope for the best. And the draw is a draw. We saw Macedonia play against Italy and get pummeled in 6 months. I don't know. I hope you agree with me, but Serie A is Serie A, and 3 points are 3 points against Venezia.
No, I agree.
It's gonna be interesting.
100%. It's just that I don't want people to feel like because Vidal tweeted it as well. Like, okay, our first objective of the season has been reached. I don't want people to feel like, okay, we've made it to the second round, we've shot our load, so we could pretty much mail it in. That's what I don't want. Of course, it is completely acceptable for us to lose to Real Madrid in the last match. It is completely acceptable for us to draw a team, no matter who the team is, and for us to not make it through to the quarterfinals, because we haven't made it past through that stage in over 10 years or almost 10 years. So it's completely fine. But my thing is it's what we expect and what mentality I see on the pitch. That's what I'm going to be watching very closely. I want us to give it our best. And I want to see where it leads us, because we're playing some beautiful football right now, man. We're creating a lot of chances. Ain't no telling how good we would be if Dzeko and Lautaro did not require 2 misses before they could actually convert a chance every match. So Inzaghi got something good going on. I want to see it continue.
There's absolutely no doubt in my mind that we will continue this way, because we are starting very slow. We saw that at the beginning, and the form just goes up and up and up. After a win against Napoli, you do expect that to continue, especially against a team whose goal is just to stay in the league. And the Venezia's team is the worst of the three, let's be honest, because Empoli are decent, at least have decent attack and experienced players that have played in Serie A in previous seasons. Venezia,
I think Salernitana is the worst, probably. Salernitana.
But they do have some, like they have Simi, they have Joel Obi, who, although not the best players, they still have experience in Serie A.
Ribery.
True.
Oh shit! Yeah, they have Ribery.
Now laugh again. I laugh again.
No, I'm laughing
Who's
at
laughing
Joel
now?
He said, "Oh shit."
Oh shit! Oh, fuck.
Respectfully, Venezia wins just for the drip, just for the jerseys.
Oh,
respectfully,
their jerseys are awful. Am I the only one who shares that?
No, you're tripping. They're beautiful. Well,
Oh
I don't know I don't know if I'm thinking about the models that they advertise them in. That's probably how they got me, but the jerseys are beautiful. All 4 of them.
Hristo, if you stick by that opinion, you can leave. We'll have Mikey. We'll have someone else. Thank you. Nice seeing you. Goodbye.
Look, with the poster like that behind you, you don't have the right.
This is from Croatia. The street artists. This is Balkan heritage. This is Balkan heritage.
Take that, Hristo, you peasant.
Bro, no need for street art comments.
Do you want to see something better? This is a Marvel poster.
Oh, fuck off.
That my mates photoshopped my face on.
Oh my god!
Every single one.
What's the one that we made fun of him for?
wait.
Which one was it again? He said he will never show it again.
Dude, this is amazing.
That's the one. Yeah, it's his face. Oh my god.
What are you on about? This is amazing.
Is it you on all faces?
All on me.
Oh my god!
I'm on
Oh.
every single one of them. This
But
is
like,
the best thing ever.
hopefully,
Just like Venezia jerseys.
and hopefully, we play better than what that poster actually looks like.
If we play
Because
1% better than this, mate, we'd be
We're
champions of Europe.
golden. Yes.
We'd be champions of Europe.
I'm really positive for the Serie A and for the upcoming month because we finally clinched the Champions League spot that we've been craving for years and years and years, and now that became that dream that the management had and all the investings that they have put in, is finally paying off. Hopefully, we can stay on the right path, and as the players as Milan and Napoli are losing players to the AFCON, we can actually capitalize on that, and we will have hopefully 2 amazing months in January, in December and January. Sorry,
January.
January.
And you know what's funny? It's like you said, like you both mentioned, like we're used to seeing the Inter Blues around the Christmas period, but I don't know, man. I don't know if it's gonna catch me, if it's gonna blindside me, but I don't fear it this year because it seems like
No.
this
Depends
team
on the
is
marketing team. If they do another shit marketing campaign like Inter Bellsman,
yeah, that's usually where the bad luck comes in. But Inzaghi seems to have these guys playing such a fluid football, such a direct football that I don't see how you could mess that up. Like you just plug in players. The big issue was that Çalhanoğlu, we had an issue about whether he was going to figure it out or not. But the last 4 or 5 matches, he seems to have figured it out. So that's good. That means that we could save a Vidal, Sensi, knock on wood, because he made a little appearance versus Shakhtar. He had a little shot and stuff. So Sensi every 3 months he makes an appearance and gives us hope. So we're there right now. We could count on him. We could mention his name until the next injury. But that's what I meant. That's what I meant by we had the depth. Hopefully Sanchez, Correa could stay healthy. Dumfries could start being functional. DeMarco, all those guys. Ranocchia is proving his worth right there. So that's depth right there. That's us being comfortable letting the Vry rest and heal. So hopefully he keeps up and other guys can start showing their values and give us quality minutes to give Inzaghi the confidence that they could be used.
Fair point. Everything that you said makes sense, just like Inter as a club. But we'll see. We'll see the end product in the upcoming months. What do you want to say as the last thing for today? I'm collecting everything that you want. I'm desperate.
Well, I feel like we gotta finish up with predictions because we got a match in a couple of hours. I'm sorry, guys. I know we usually react to matches, but this was supposed to be the reaction for the Champions League. So you guys,
but they fucked it up as always.
Wow. I mean, you know what? You know me. All I gotta do is just go to the little chat and get some screenshots, and we'll see who messed it up. Okay.
Go on.
you see his face changed. His whole
okay.
face.
Okay. No. Let me.
Okay.
If Dave is not available to record anymore, just so you know.
Wow. Me and Mikey.
You said what?
Me and Mikey tight. Me and Mikey cool. So it's cool. Mikey ain't gonna do me like that.
Fuck it, we'll start another podcast. Fuck it.
But yeah, I was saying we gotta finish up with some predictions. I haven't seen the lineup. I don't think they're out yet. I've seen
Not yet.
You know how Gazzetta always has the predicted lineups. What they had
Fede and Nerazzurra had posted for the match, the predicted lineups.
I think I remember it. They had the same back three with Bastoni, Ranocchia, and Skriniar. They had Brozovic, who can never get a rest. They had Gagliardini and Çalhanoğlu, and then they had but this is where they differ. Some have Perisic still starting, some have DeMarco, and also some have Darmian, some have Dumfries. That's where the question mark is. The 2 question marks are going to be the wing back positions, and as far as the strikers, I think it's going to be Dzeko and Correa. So I mean, bro,
The Gazeta has Lautaro and Darmian, while Sky has Dumfries and Correa. And DiMarco is sure for both Gazeta and Sky.
Okay, so Perisic is gonna get a rest. Okay, that's good. So the question mark is pretty much the right wing back position, who's starting and who's gonna be pairing up with Dzeko. Regardless of who those players are, no disrespect to Venezia, because they have I think it's Zanetti, his name is actually their manager. They're playing some good stuff. They're looking like they belong, and I need to start paying more attention. There's a player I like on that team, the little American kid, Busio. He's a guy that I really like. He's a calm register type of player. I'm going to be watching, of course, but my prediction, long story short, 2-0 Inter. That's what I got. I hope that we could keep a clean sheet and make it comfortable. Hopefully we could give Sensi a cameo, more minutes in his legs. And it could be something, one of those days that everybody's happy. Enter Twitter, nobody's attacking each other because everybody's happy with the game. What you got, Ian?
I'm torn because from my experience, it's either, okay, we do something well, let's fuck it up, or we do, okay, let's build on that. So I'm torn between a 1-1 and a 3-1 win.
You gotta pick, bro. We can't have it both ways.
1-1.
Ooh,
yeah.
You go with
you
the
say
1-1.
I'm the fucking negative one.
I don't know, bro. We're gonna have to edit that invitation list, bro. Ian's gonna have to be down the list. Who else did we have on the list that we wanted to invite?
So far, Ian is not on the list. Mike, you can mute him now.
All I'll say is, if you go to SofaScore and search for average Inter ratings, D'Ambrosio has 8.0. He's the best.
Hey, Ricky, thank you, Ricky. Thank you. I mean, we didn't acknowledge him earlier. Ricky Buzz, thank you for joining and always supporting everything we do and commenting. But yeah, man, we're gonna get those 3 points. Okay, so I got 1-1 with Ian. What you got, Hristo? Take us home.
3-0.
3-0.
Brozovic.
I like that.
Dumfries header and Dzeko a lucky goal with the elbow.
Elbow? I don't think elbows are legal, and we got VAR. So
ask Juventus, who's being investigated by the authorities now.
That's what he wanted to do. He wanted to set up that joke. What a genius.
I was waiting for that.
Oh man, listen. See, and we didn't even talk about All or Nothing, so we're gonna save that for the next episode because I haven't even watched. I haven't
seen a fucking episode of it. I'm telling you now.
Me neither.
Us three and Mike next week, we'll be watching throughout the week all the episodes of All or Nothing, and hopefully we have some news on the investigation. So it's basically Calciopoli 2.0, All or Nothing, nothing more than all.
Plus, bonus thing, I saw Ronaldo cries.
Oh, music to my fucking ears.
Yeah, everybody's been retweeting all types of clips on Twitter, but I haven't actually seen it yet. You think we're gonna know more already by next week about the investigation?
Oh, fuck no, but hopefully there's something stirring up and there's some rumors, and as long as there are rumors.
Personally, I don't think anything's gonna happen. It seems like every year there's a story that, like last year was the whole Suarez with the passport.
But
they're doing they do something dirty every year, but they get a slap on the wrist.
It's never a good thing to be associated with investigations, and just by being associated with, their name is being dragged, which I love.
I don't think they care.
Trust me, they care more about image because they changed their fucking logo for the Americans than anyone in the world. So trust me, they care more about image than anyone else in Serie A.
That I agree. Then. Good point.
Doesn't that extend to us as well, since we changed the logo for the Chinese?
That looks pretty clean, though. I mean, that looks pretty nice.
We have 3 generations of the logo on the podcast right now.
Yeah, for real. You got the old stuff.
Yeah, bro. Just like you. Everything is vintage
Football heritage. Let's go.
Football heritage. But all right, then, man. Let's get back to that game.
Mike said 3-1 Inter. No clean sheet because we don't vibe like that.
That's true. That's true.
True.
I don't know why I'm talking about 2-0, but yeah, 3-1 sounds about right.
I also predict who Venezia is going to score with. Ranocchia on goal.
Oh,
Ranocchia
no.
on goal. Yeah.
Clamoroso! Autogol de Ranocchia!
Look at you, Duolingo for 3 hours.
Hey man, listen, man. I'm a very well-rounded man, man.
Dave, you speak French?
Yeah, of course, that's my first language. I mean, in Haiti, that's what you have to speak.
Est-ce que je peux aller aux toilettes?
Allez-y.
Merci.
Dave?
What, bro?
Je vais la pisser.
No, bro. Nah, listen, none of that freaky shit. Let's go. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here.
Bro, the Belgian guy in my class in uni told me some stuff, and this is the only thing that I remembered. Je vais la baiser.
Of course. I'm out of here, man. All right, boys. Hey, let's hope Juventus do lose. Matter of fact, a draw would probably be a better result for us because Atalanta, I don't like how close they are to us. They're only 3 points behind us or something like that.
Are they?
So a draw would be cool, and then we could just squeeze a little further from them from that pack. But I'm cool with Juventus losing as well.
If we win, we're 3 points ahead of Atalanta. If we lose, we are level on points, but ahead of them.
We're fucked either way.
So you know we're gonna lose.
But all right, then, y'all boys, we'll talk on Twitter.
See you guys. Ciao.
Yeah.